Yeah, y'all. Have anybody heard from Sherry? Sherry's story. She's another targeted individual. As you can see, that her last video was posted 7 months ago. She her latest videos is like she was trying to make a transition. You know, talking about other stuff instead of gang stalking. As you can see, she was talking about Maybelline in one video, and then talking about Vaseline and some other videos. She had other videos on different topics, but I'm gonna show you. Hold up.
Hi, good people. Hi.
I'm gonna show y'all some videos that she right here. This is called the Hive Mind. Aerodyning.
Guys, it's Sherry, and I am here with some free and valuable information for you to benefit yourself as well as others. So share this. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, okay? Today, I'm going to be talking about my favorite subject, which is the brain and neuroscience and the fact that you can actually sync the human brain with other human brains.
Ain't that
okay?
Y'all?
I
wanted to I want to let y'all know too. This lady was very well educated. She knew exactly the game they was playing with the gang stalking. She was very aware that it's the CIA. This is a program, not no ghosts and demons chasing us. This has nothing. I keep telling people over and over and over. This has nothing to do with your fucking religion. Okay? You can sit here and talk Jesus, Allah, God, and the devil. This don't have nothing to do with none of that. A lot of y'all motherfuckers are just perps. Y'all got shit all confused.
And do a hive mind, okay, or interfacing, brain-computer interface, as it's also referred to. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Okay, so welcome. My channel is, I'm looking at my notes here, so I apologize, everybody. My channel, I do research and reviews, as the name states, and I do various topics on things like technology, to things like psychology, studies that are done, product reviews, and even personal stories on my situation, things like dating and also my life being a targeted individual, which is the whole subject altogether. But that's videos I do on Saturday called Puzzles, piecing the puzzle together. But that's high TIs. That's a different crowd. Everybody else, you're more than welcome to stay. Okay, because today, again, we're going to be talking about the human brain, okay, and how this thing can be interfaced with other human brains and how it is so wondrous and awesome how that can be done. It's not theory. These are facts, okay? All right, let me explain.
You hear that? This is not theory. This is facts.
And how? Okay.
This is not belief.
So, I'm going to explain a little bit about the what interfacing is and how it's done and the history behind it and the multiple benefits that can come out of syncing a human brain with another human brain, because there are plenty benefits, okay? Okay, and so syncing can achieve a lot of greatness, okay? Alrighty, so pop culture, if you notice in the movies and everything, they talk about things like mind meld. Star Trek, Mr. Spock could always mind meld, which my later years. I mean, I was interested in it, and I've always been a reader, but I would read more, I don't know, I guess, like radio. It's a transmitter. This is a receiver transmitter device of the best, highest quality. Right? Right. Okay, so that being said, the brain also has different functions, okay? I want to show you a picture. All right, so you get the fact that it's electrical chemical. I just want to make sure, okay, because, again, it's an organ like this, but don't forget that at its base level, it's also an electrical chemical organism. Don't forget the electrical part. That's what makes it able to transmit and receive messages and to hive mind. You get that. Easy peasy. Yeah. Okay. So now different parts of the brain control different functions. Okay. I got a picture here, a diagram for you. Bear with me. Okay, here we go. Bam. That is a representation diagram of the human brain and different functions of the brain. All right, so if you notice the color blue, that's for the auditory cortex, which is right by the ear. Okay, right there, the blue. All right. Also, the motor and the touch are towards the frontal top. See that? Right where my index finger is. All right, that's the motor and touch. Okay, which is motor is every movement of the body. Micro and macro, so little movements, snapping your fingers, clapping your hands, blinking, coughing, those all take different muscles. We don't notice it because we do it so instantaneously, but the messages have to be sent, the electrical signals have to be sent to the muscles to do each little movement, each little one. You know, even wiping your eye, brushing your teeth, brushing your hair, you know, putting on your shoes, those are all motor movements, right? Okay, so then also too, let's not forget the visual. Okay, now notice the eyes on this diagram of the person are in the front, but the visual cortex is in the back. That's because of refraction. Eyes are here. I don't mean to do that. Eyes are here. Visual cortex is here. Okay, in the occipital lobe because of refraction, right? How it turns the image around. Okay, that's all I know about it. But anyways, the point is that the brain controls all of this. All right, how you move. Also, the brain controls not just with the body, the mind, of course. So all emotions, mad, sad, glad, all those. Imagine in a day how many different you can go through. I mean, we're pretty stable, but at different times with different things, our emotions can fluctuate, right? So I love this little diagram. It's just saying all those anger, fear, sadness, joy, a little emotions, you know, kind of lay out. The brain controls all that. Different parts of the brain. One more diagram. I know, I'm giving you guys a lot, but you got it. You got it. I got to explain it like this. Otherwise, to just explain hive mind, some of you, okay, you're going to get it. But if you're like me, you want to know how. How can this happen? It sounds very intricate, and it is. But it's simple once you break it down. The brain. Okay, so here we go again. Another diagram of the brain. You see at the bottom, that's a little stem. The brain stem at the bottom. This is the back, and then where my pinky is, that's the front, right? Yeah. Okay, so now this one, I like this little diagram because this breaks it down even more, okay? So like in the frontal lobe, you notice that's attention, planning, decision-making, you know, all the executive, I don't mean to do that symbolism, all the executive functioning happens in the front, okay?
And with that being said, the frontal lobe, that's where they like to direct that energy too. Comment below, the real ones. When she aim right here, that's where, you know, they like to direct energy in that frontal lobe. You know what I'm saying? I get beamed there a lot. This been happening for years. So there's a reason why these motherfuckers do what they do. They're attacking the brain, the mind, with their technology, you know what I'm saying? To basically, you know, try to, you know, turn you to a bot.
Just like we seen in the other diagram towards the top, okay? So your motor cortex. Touch, right here. I mean, we take touch for granted, but without touch, you don't know how hard to press, how soft, you know, you could be breaking bones and, you know, hurting yourself. What if you brush your teeth too hard, you know, or, you know, what if you walk too hard and you're throwing your joints out of whack? I know, it seems simple. The body, how it works, the body and brain is such a homeostasis and so wonderfully built that we take it for granted. But when you break it down, the brain controls all of this. And the brain operates on, again, electrochemical, okay? So these are all signals, okay, to make the body move, to think a thought, and to feel emotions. That's all done here. And this operates on electrical chemicals. All right. That is how you can send and receive messages from here, okay? Excuse me, I'm not making any secret hand gestures or anything like that. I do have to use my hands to gesture, but I'm not trying to do anything inappropriate, okay? If you feel like I am, call me on it, okay? I can assure you that I'm not. And if I am, I'm not doing it on purpose, okay? Anyways, so yeah, this little diagram again, you got the vision, you got your taste center. Imagine how important that is when you're eating food.
And just for the record, too, y'all know what she's talking about, too, because, you know, being a targeted individual, you know, we got to explain that. You know what I mean? We got these dummies coming around us doing stuff, you know, hand gestures and coughing, excuse me, coughing like that. What else? Touching their hair, touching their nose. These are natural things that we normally do. So when we're around a target that experience these type of things, we got to explain to ourselves. Like, I'm explaining to them. Like, look, that was a real cough. That was a real. I'm scratching my hair for real. It's really itching at that particular spot. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Because this game is crazy. You know what I mean?
You want to be able to taste it, your hearing, your smell, your speech, your memory, emotion, all that. Okay, so the brain, electrical, chemical, and again, the body. This is kind of, I like this little diagram, but all that. This is not the best like for muscles, but you get it. All the arms, the hands, the shoulders, the feet, everything has muscles and tendons and, flexors and extensors to make the body move, along with the bones, the flesh and blood and the bones. Okay, so you get it? You get that the brain controls all of that. Every thought, every emotion, and every body movement is controlled by the brain, and the brain operates off of electrical, chemical activity. All right, you got it. Get it? Got it good. All right, don't ask me again. Just kidding. You can ask again, but, come on. Let's get it now. Get it. All right. So this is not a theory. These are facts. All right. History of the research. People have decided to research the brain. Of course, it's a fascinating topic, is it not? One of those researchers was Jose Delgado. He's from Spain. He was from Spain, and he did his research and worked at Yale University. And he co-authored a book in 1952 about stimulating the human mind with electromagnetic capability. Okay, and he went on to do experiments implanting electrodes. Okay, implants inside of monkeys, cats, and finally he did a bull. And this was interesting. If you research it or if you YouTube it, he implanted a bull and he put electrodes in his head, okay, so that he would receive the signals, right, electrodes, and he took the bull in the ring, and the bull was going to charge him, not out of meanness or anything aggressive. That's just what bulls do, right? And because he had a remote control that connected with the bull, okay, signal to signal, get it? The brain can receive, the brain can send. Get it? The brain can receive electrical signals. It makes its own electrical signals when it's thinking thoughts, feeling emotions, or moving the body, electrical, but it can also receive and send. Got it? Like a transmitter. It's a receiver transmitter up here. Quantum, this is a quantum processor right here of the best kind. So Jose Delgado got into the ring with the bull after he had made those implants in him, and when the bull went to charge him, it does its little foot like that, and it gets ready to charge, which is what bulls do. No surprise there. And he had the remote control, though, and boop. Here, I think I have a picture of one. I just might. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Are you still here, guys? Okay, just hold on. No, I had a little picture of the remote control, too. Oh, yes, I do. I got it. I get it. We've all seen remotes. Don't they all look like this? Now they do. Back in the 80s, 90s, they were huge, and they were skinnier, too, I remember. Longer and skinnier.
Alright, so I don't want to make this video too long. So if y'all get a chance, you can check her channel out. I don't know what happened to her. If you're watching this video, Sherry, contact a brother and let me know that you alright, that you good. We just checking up on you. This is her channel right here. As you can see, she got a nice size, her subscribers is, coming in 1.21K. So Sherry Stories. So yeah, check her out, man, and she got more videos about targeting, about what's going on. I'm gonna pull up that bull thing for y'all.
Electronic mind control research is not new. Electronic mind control research is not new. A scientific milestone in this area came in the 1960s when Dr. Jose Delgado demonstrated remote control over a charging bull. By connecting a radio antenna to electrodes inserted into the bull's brain, Delgado proved that the animal's aggressive impulses could be thwarted by electronically manipulating the bull's muscle reflexes.
Do you realize the fantastic possibilities if from the outside we could modify the inside? Could we give messages to the inside? But the beauty is that now we are not using electrodes.
In recent years, Delgado has shown that the behavior of monkeys can be altered using low-power, pulsating magnetic fields. But in these experiments, there were no antenna implants.
Any function in the brain, emotions, intellect, personality, well, could be perhaps modified by this non-invasive technology.
Delgado's research has so far been limited to animals. But in the Soviet Union, a radio frequency, or RF device, has been used for over 30 years to manipulate the moods of mental patients.